You know, there's so much outrage in this country, especially against this president. He goes out and says sons of bitches, and everyone's going nuts. But nobody says a word about this. Nobody says a word about Kathy Griffin holding up a beheaded head of Donald Trump. That seems to be okay with liberals. Or Mickey Rourke wanting to beat him up with a baseball bat. Or Robert De Niro that wants to beat the shit out of him. Or Johnny Depp that wants to assassinate him. That's all acceptable in liberal land. Can you imagine if someone held the head up of Obama? You think there'd be outrage? There should be outrage on all ends, people. But now the NFL is pissed because they're disrespecting the flag. And that's what it is. It has nothing to do with black people. It has to do with people disrespecting the United States flag. Period. And I'm sick and tired of this bullshit going on. Because you think they would disrespect the North Korean flag? How about the Iranian flag? How about the freaking ISIS flag? I'm sure they're all proud of the ISIS flag. No problem. They probably have it in their freaking living room. Really, people? Let me explain something to African Americans. This really blows me away. Because nobody freaking says it. But I'm going to say it. Do you know who Margaret Sanger is? This bitch, white trash bitch, wanted to exterminate your race. And she was the founder of Planned Parenthood. She put Planned Parenthood in all black neighborhoods. But you think Barkley or Kobe or Steph, and I'm a Warrior fan, or any of these guys, or LeBron would say anything about that? Why aren't you guys saying something about that? Why do you embrace these people? Why do you embrace Margaret Sanger and Planned Parenthood? She wanted to exterminate your race and you freaking embrace her. And that's Hillary's idol. One of her idols, right? And I'll tell you another one of her idols. There's another one. Here's a winner. Everyone's going after the statues. You know the thing about statues, people? You learn from history so you don't repeat it. You can't erase history. Okay? Every country's had good and bad things going on in their freaking history. Okay? But the thing is, you do not erase history of a country. You learn from it so you don't repeat it. Did I say that slow enough for the lips to understand? Huh? Well, too bad. I'm not going to say it again. Well, you don't repeat it. Okay? So they're going after Robert Lee, but they're going after the wrong Robert. This is amazing to me. Robert Byrd was a freaking Klansman from West Virginia, and he was a Democrat senator for like 50 freaking years. Now, I know you millennials or millennials or melaminos, whatever you want to call yourselves, you probably think he was in a Wizard of Oz. No, he wasn't. He was the Grand Wizard of the KKK. That's a little different than being a freaking Tin Man or the Scarecrow or the freaking Lion, if you call that a lion. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, people? Do you understand that? Learn your history. They want to erase your history. They just want to say Trump's a racist, Trump's a Hitler, Trump's a Hitler. Yeah, the guy who has grandchildren that are Jewish is a Hitler. How did that work, too? Hitler and Jews and grandchildren? I don't think that really worked too well. Did it, folks? I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. They're talking about the freaking hate speech. They're talking about the hate speech. Ben Shapiro, the Jewish guy with the little yarmulke guy, he's a hater, real tough guy hater. Really? But it's okay to beat the shit out of people you disagree with. That I never understood. I have people who disagree with me. I have friends who disagree with me. I have family members who disagree with me. But it's not a hatred because we don't think alike. I mean, what's the wrong with the human mind? There's so much hatred because you don't think alike. So it's okay, again, Barkley, Steffi, LeBron, and Kobe, these four big shots, don't say a word about Antifa, a Democrat group, beating the shit out of a guy in a wheelchair who's a veteran. You think they say anything about that? Beating people up with sticks? No, not a word about that. But he's a hate speech. Yeah, little Benny with his freaking beanie's hate speech. Really? It's amazing to me. I know I'm getting off track. I got off track. I want to finish with Robert Byrd. I'm sorry to go back. But this Robert Byrd has 50 statues and freeways, overpasses, outhouses, toilets named after him. Why did they tear any of them down? Explain that to me. Why is there a statue of Che Guevara in this country? Another mass murderer. Why is there a statue of Lenin in Seattle? I didn't know this. My buddy told me this when he went to Seattle. I was stunned to hear that. A statue of Lenin, he's only killed a couple million people, that's all. They don't protest that. That's my point, people. They don't protest statues of murderers, mass murderers, dictators. They don't. I mean, why isn't there a statue of Charles Manson in freaking San Francisco, my former home freaking town? There should be a statue of him and his whole family. You know, all of them, Squeaky Fromm and Sadie, I don't know these girls, Linda Kasabian, Krang Winchell. They should all have their own little statues up there. Probably Kardashian too, what the hell. No, but think about it. There's outrage about this, and it's amazing to me how there's not outrage over all these other things I just talked about. A lady who wanted to exterminate the black race, no problem with that. No one says a word of it, because that's a Democrat. So you understand something, people. Democrats are the party of the Klan. Do you understand this? Democrats are the racists. Bull Connor, George Wallace, before he switched, but he was a Democrat governor and a racist. It just amazes me how they don't know their history, especially Barkley, citizens from the South, from Alabama. You should know about that, Charlie. But you don't. But Trump says sons of bitches and the world stopped. The world has to end. And I don't agree with all Trump's rhetoric on that. I admit that. I admit that. But you know what? I don't blame him because people aren't giving him a chance. They're attacking him every freaking 60 seconds. This is astounding what's going on with this man. But they don't attack the real problems. You have the real problems. It's not statues that are killing people. And if it is, then why do you want to take out one statue and not take out the Klansman statue, or your Che Guevara statue, or the Lenin statue? Does anybody have an explanation for that? I'm sure Margaret Sanger has a statue. I don't know that for a fact, but I bet she does. She's the founder of Planned Parenthood. She's got to have a statue. Right? Where's the outrage for any of this, people? Is there any outrage for all this? It amazes me. It truly does amaze me how there's so much outrage toward one side, and the other side, well, Trump didn't talk fast enough about the Klan, so they're going to drill him. You know what? Sports was supposed to be about sports, and politics about politics. Now they're mixing it, and it's really, it's going to be combustible. It's going to blow up, man. I'm telling you, it's going to freaking blow up. People think they're doing the right thing. I just don't get this. I don't get this one iota. Trump calls the guy Rocket Man, and you have people like Chelsea Handler, who won trade Trump for the Korean guy. What's that? Kim Jong-un. Yeah. Does she understand that piece of shit? That's what he is. That piece of dirt rapes young girls and keeps them as slaves and kills them. Does she understand that? Is Trump raping young girls and killing them? This is how insane the liberal mindset is. This is how truly mentally insane they are. Why they act like this, I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get the logic here. But I'll tell you one thing. Things will change in the country. And hopefully for the better. Because, they say, well, you're starting a conversation up. Yeah, that's good, start the conversation up. But why do you have to disrespect the flag to start the conversation up? Is that what it's all about? I mean, that's how I look at it. I don't know, am I wrong about this? I just don't it. My dad, my grandfather, my uncles, my cousins all fought for this country. I didn't. They fought for my right to speak, and believe me, I speak. But when I see these people shitting on the flag, but they would be outraged, just outraged. If you freaking burn the ISIS flag, they would be, oh my God, how dare you? You're lighting that on fire. Or the Iranian flag, or the North Korean flag, or any other flag. But in America, it's okay, it's acceptable to shit all over the American flag. And I'm sorry, but it's not to me. I think it's pathetic, it's petty, and there should be more outrage. And they talk about Trump's rhetoric. Really? Really? You want to go with rhetoric? Obama was the most divisive guy I've ever seen in my life. This man went golfing 10 minutes after an American journalist, James Foley, was freaking beheaded. Do you hear Barkley say anything about that, Charlie? How about you, LeBron? How about you, Steffi? Again, I'm a Warriors fan. How about you, Steph? You say anything about that? Or Kobe? Huh? How about Obama's rhetoric? How about people that are saying, what do you want dead cops, when do you want it now? Pigs in a blanket fried like bacon. And right after they said that, cops get killed in New York. In Texas, 5 shot. In Louisiana, 3 shot. Obama has them at the White House. That's acceptable. No problem with that. I'm not saying there's not bad cops. Don't get me wrong. The bad cops should be prosecuted. End of story. And there was a white kid that was killed, Dylan Taylor in Utah. No one knows that name. Look that name up, people. Dylan Taylor by a black cop. I'm not saying the black cop shot him on purpose. Of course not. But you don't hear about it in the news. It doesn't set the narrative. That's my point. That's my point. There's bad cops of every race and creed and color. And there's good and bad people of every race and creed and color. And then again, if you're so angry about this, why aren't you talking about the black kids, innocent kids that are getting murdered in Chicago, in D.C., in Detroit, in New Orleans? Or is it New Orleans? Either way you say it, New Orleans or New Orleans. I don't know. That way, I guess I cover both aspects, right? Why is anyone talking about that? You don't hear a freaking word about that. Innocent black kids getting murdered. Are you there, Barkley and Steffi and LeBron and Kobe? Are you talking about that? No, you're talking about the president. It says sons of bitches. Yeah, it's not presidential. And Obama was presidential. He told us to get off our high horse. I didn't ride a freaking horse. I rode a squirrel once, but I don't ride a horse. I mean, really? What is wrong with you people? All you people. When I say you people, I mean everybody in this freaking country. Obama was so divisive and race baiter. Are you kidding me? And now Trump said some stupid shit. I must admit that. I agree with that. But I mean, you act like the race is just starting because he's in office? Oh, really? I mean, this has gone beyond the pale, people. And people need to wake up and see what's freaking really going on here. I'm serious. Think about it. You want to destroy statues? Start with Robert Byrd, Lenin, and Che Guevara. How's that first start? Does that sound good to you people? But you can't, because Robert Byrd was a Democrat. And Che Guevara was friends with all the libs. And sure, Lenin, another corrupt dictator. We're going to have where's the statue of Kim Jong-un, Rocket Man? Oh, that's another one. He called him Rocket Man. That's derogatory. That's another thing. They're scared of Trump. This son of a bitch threatens to kill us every day of freaking life. Iran says death to America. Is anybody outraged about that? Where are the freaking people about that? Where's the Democrats about that? They're saying death to America every freaking day of life, and these assholes want to nuke us every day of life. But to Trump's rhetoric, talking bad about Iran and about North Korea and calling Venezuela a socialist country, which I think it kind of is, since they don't have freaking toilet paper to wipe their ass. What do you think? That's what Bernie wants for us. I think let's go for it, folks. Let's go communism for 200 next time around and see how you like it. But you better stock up on that frickin' Charmin.